Do you think the dollar will, for the long time to come, remain the global currency? Or because we keep hearing that that's kind of being questioned now.
I've been doing this for 30 years, since I was in charge of dollar policy under Secretary Benson at the beginning of the Clinton administration. There has never been a 5-year period when there wasn't an upsurge of concern about the dollar losing its role in the system.
Okay.
And there's never been a moment when that concern proved warranted. I believe if you look at the history of currency transitions, most notably the transition away from the British pound as a reserve currency, I think the lesson is pretty clear. You don't lose your reserve currency status until it's far from your biggest problem. If we inflate our currency away, if we don't maintain a stable legal environment, if we turn very strongly inwards, if we have high inflation, if we politicize the use of the dollar, yeah, the dollar could conceivably lose its role. But after all of that had happened, it would be sort of the least of the United States' problems. So I think if we keep the fundamentals of what we're doing reasonably strong and do things right, the dollar's likely to take care of itself.
You didn't mention deficit in that list of things. So if the deficit keeps going up and the American economy keeps printing more notes, that doesn't risk the dollar's stability as a global currency.
Look, these things are about choices. There's a wisecrack that I used to utter. It's a completely unfair wisecrack, but it sort of does make a point, which is Europe's a museum, Japan's a nursing home, China's a jail, and Bitcoin's an experiment. Well, you don't have to actually believe any of those propositions in any literal sense, not to recognize that if you take your money out of dollars, you have to put them somewhere.
Yes.
And the available places to put it don't look all that attractive relative to the dollar.
No, they don't.
Which has contributed to the strength of gold, to be
Yes.
fair. But that's my sense.